doing another little mini lesson with you all. This time today, our mini lesson is on division word problems. And we're going to look at a couple of different examples and talk about how to take the information in the word problems and figure out what your division sentence would be and how to solve it. So here we have, Kelly has 35 pencils. There are 7 pencils in each box. How many boxes does she have? So first of all, we need to take that information and figure out what our problem is. So something divided by something equals something. So the first number in our division sentence is the dividend. And that tells us our total things that we start out with before we split them into groups. So it tells us that Kelly has 35 pencils. So our dividend here is going to be 35. Now, our second number in the division problem is the divisor. And that tells us how many groups we're dividing things into, or the number in each group. And here it tells us there are 7 pencils in each box. So we know how many we're putting in each group, and that is 7. So what we're trying to figure out is how many groups we're going to make. So the way I'm going to solve that is, down here, I'm going to take my 35 pencils and I'm going to put 7 in a box until I've used all 35. And then I'm going to see how many boxes I needed to use. So start out with one box and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencils. Going to take another box and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencils there. These 7 plus these 7 give me 14 pencils. I'm going to make another box and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencils there. All of these together now give me 21. I need to keep going until I've used all 35. So I make another box and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that one. And then now I have altogether 28 pencils because I'm just counting by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28. I need another box and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. And now I have 35. So I used all 35 pencils. I put 7 in each box, and now my answer is how many boxes or groups I needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. And that is my answer to 35 divided by 7. And I can check that by using my related multiplication fact and read it backwards as a multiplication problem. 5 times 7 does equal 35. So I know that my answer there is correct. All right, for this problem, Kelly has 30 horses on her farm. If she has 3 fields, how many horses will she put in each field? We need to take that information and put it into a division problem. So blank divided by blank equals blank. Remember, my dividend is the first number in my multiplication or division sentence. And it tells me how many I have total. So it tells me Kelly has 30 horses on her farm. So that's how many she has altogether, so that's going to be my dividend. The second number in my division sentence is my divisor. And in this problem, it's telling me if she has 3 fields, how many horses will she put in each field? So my divisor is 3, and this time it's telling me how many groups I have. In the last problem, we didn't know how many groups we were going to have. We knew how many we were putting into each group. This time, we know how many groups we're going to have. We just don't know how many are going to be in there. So we are going to do 30 divided by 3. And since I know how many groups I have, or fields, I'm going to go ahead and draw my 3 fields. These are my 3 groups. And I'm going to take my 30 horses and I'm going to put 1 horse in each group until I have used all 30. And then we're going to look and see how many we ended up with in each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and there are my 30 horses in the 3 fields. So I'm going to count how many are in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 there. So I should have 10 in each of the other ones also. But I'm going to check just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I took 30 horses, I divided them between the 3 fields, and I ended up with 10 horses in each field. So my answer is 10. And remember that the answer to a division problem is called the quotient. So we have a dividend at the beginning that tells us how many altogether. The divisor tells us how many are in each group or how many groups we have. And then your answer is called the quotient. And there is another way to write division problems, which is also sometimes referred to as the dog house method. And when you do it that way, you're going to write something that looks like that, which is kind of like your dog house. Your dividend, or your total number that you start out with, goes inside of the dog house. The number you're dividing by, or the divisor, goes outside of the doghouse. So when you read a problem written like this, it's 30 divided by 3. And then your answer, which to this problem is 10, would go on top of the doghouse.